Good evening. Happy Sunday evening, guys. We're back. Welcome back. I hope it's been a wonderful weekend for all of you. I know that it's been a busy weekend. Energy has been shifting and changing quite a bit for all of us in a lot of ways. We have a full moon coming up tomorrow, I think it is, or on the 1st, right around the corner, either way. So that's causing a lot of energy shift. Dynamics are, hey guys, I see you jumping on. Hi, Joseph. I hear ya. He says, I've been crying a lot. Yeah, it's definitely a time to purge the emotions, or rather feel them and flex them, so to speak. Let yourself feel them. Hi, Jeff. As you guys are jumping on, I'm just going to kind of chat for a little bit. I'm going to play my singing bowl. Hi, Mom. I'm going to play my singing bowl a little bit as I scoot over so you can see the pretty crystals instead of so much of me. But I do have my bowl right here that I'm going to play just to kind of welcome you into the space a little bit. This is a heart bowl. So I invite everyone into the space. 528, that's my birthday, Joseph. 528, May 28th is my birthday. It's a really interesting, if you Google the frequency of 528, it's really cool. Also, let me get this thing set up right. There we go. Hi, Julia. It's good to see you guys. Good to see you guys on here. I definitely, of course, will be taking your questions, yes, in a little bit. So before we do that, oh shit, I thought I got my finger stuck in this thing. I'm going to invite you guys into the space. Like I said, I'm going to play my singing bowl for just a minute or so as you guys jump on and kind of ground yourself here into the space. Let go of everything that you've been carrying all weekend. Maybe you had a really busy weekend, loud and fun and friends, or maybe it was a little more relaxed and quiet. Whatever it was, I hope it was exactly what you needed. I know for me, I was kind of woke up on the wrong side of the bed yesterday and was a grumpy butt all day yesterday. I was super grumpy and just, in my own way yesterday. Came home and had a fire in the evening, and it changed everything. So fire is great for drawing out negativity. So if you have a chance, get yourself around fire, have a fire in your backyard, or even smudging. So fire in that sense as well is really good for drawing out negative energy. So I'm going to play the bowl. I'm going to zip my lips and play the bowl for you guys here, and just invite you into the space of the here and now. Whatever you might be carrying that doesn't serve you, let it go. Let your body take in the vibration. And let all the tension in your body just melt away. If it doesn't serve you, you don't need it. Invite energy of prosperity, health, sight, the ability to see truth. Invite in bravery, courage, strength, steadfast focus, and most importantly, inspiration. Hi, Amanda. Yes, smudging with Palo Santo, Julia, that's right. I need a good cleanse with some sage, I think. I am moving soon. As many of you guys know, I'm supposed to move this week. Kind of got the dates mixed up. Some things are getting a little bit wonky, so all my stuff is packed, and I have to wait another week and a half or so. So I don't know where my smudging stuff is right now. I do have a little bit that I could find and smudge. Those are the important things. Or I know a shop that I can run to and get it, because I shouldn't have packed that stuff. I should know better. That's an everyday thing that should stay with me. Hi, Dakota. Happy to see you too. Thank you guys so much for being here this evening and sharing your Sunday evening with me. I know you guys are busy. You're ready to settle in and probably rest and get ready for another work week. And I thank you so much for sharing your night with me. Now, oh, you know what? Speaking of sharing, shoot. Hang on, guys. Hang tight. I forgot to share this link on Facebook like I promised. So let me do that now while everybody's jumping on. I promise it won't take long. In the meantime, can you guys hear me okay? Let's see. Copy. Paste. There we go. Did I share it right? I hope so. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed that I shared it correctly. I don't think I did. God, I always forget that. Darn it. Let's see. I can try one more time. Oh, good. You can hear me. Good. Thank you, BC. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Purple Dove. What a cool name. Let's see. Command C, copy. Oh, it says copy right there. I didn't have to hit that. One thing I will never claim to be, and that is tech savvy. I am not tech savvy in the least bit. I'm learning as I go with a lot of help. Man, I hope I posted those links correctly. Anyways, if any of you guys are joining from the Facebook link, please let me know. I hope I posted it correctly. Okay. Oh, I see. The smoke is trickling to Utah. Much love to California. Absolutely. Interesting. Lots of questions coming in. I see. I love that, Joseph. I am Kim. Whew. Guys, so again, as I was saying, thank you so much for being here. I want to get on with it. Tonight, I want to talk about the theory of relativity and the collateral effect. This is one of my favorite things to explore, to talk about, to just look at intuitively and dive deeper into. But sometimes the way we look at things isn't always what they seem, of course. The way we look at things, the way we see things is not always how we perceive it. So that's kind of what I want to talk about tonight. And of course, take your questions. Hi, Lisa, sending you so much love. So as we know, thank God for Einstein, years and years and years ago, he proved to us the theory of relativity. And so basically that shared with us that everything in existence, everything that we see, sense, touch, and feel cannot be described the way that it is without involving some way, shape, or form the environment around it. So people, places, and things cannot exist the way that they are without its environment. So, and it's all how light bounces off of objects and reverberates and refracts off of objects and creates shadows and shape and form. Everything is related. Everything in existence is related and exists the way that it does based on the way that it's related to everything around it. So that's the part I want to focus on tonight. Because we're going into a full moon, we're going into Mars retrograde on the 9th. And that means things are going to slow down, things are going to shift and take different direction. So we might have, so if you do have plans, big plans, small plans, whatever it is, be willing to flex and move. I'm going to go ahead and apologize right now. I cannot talk tonight. My brain's going a million miles a minute. My lips cannot keep up. But so with that being said, and with that being known, be prepared to change and flux a little bit. Things are going to change. Things are going to shift. Deadlines are going to be off a little bit. So the more we know that ahead of time, the better off we're going to be and feel, so that we don't kind of get frustrated and upset. It's totally in the stars. Blame it on the stars if you want to. But the part that I do want to talk about tonight and capture is the fact that everything in existence is existing the way that it is based on its relationship with everything around it. This is what I see all the time in the way that I channel spirit. That's how loved ones can come through in a medium style session and connect with you, and share the information that they do. So the interesting thing I want to look at here is something that Erik has taught me over and over and over. And I think we really need to bring big light to this, because it can allow us to look at how we're creating in our lives and in our current reality, and sort of shift how we're putting energy out there as far to sort of receive what we want to, it's like the biofeedback mechanism. So the funny thing is, we typically create and we perceive in a backwards sense of relativity. So we think that because there's money, for example, there's prosperity. It's the easiest example to use. Because there's money, there's prosperity. But when we begin to think that way, when I have money, when I have the job, we all are, to some level, ruled by money in this reality. It's, one of the most effective forms of currency so far in the human race. I'm not saying it's the best, but I'm saying it's effective. So true currency is the way we make ourselves and others feel, that's for sure. But looking at the idea that money means prosperity, let's look at this example for a moment. Is it not the feeling of prosperity that creates the money, or the feeling of lack that manifests the absence, or the feeling of victimhood that manifests poor experiences? And by poor, I mean in the sense of like victimization. Victimhood mentality manifests the victimization. So sometimes we kind of get it backwards in the way we see things. We see things in that way, in thinking that if I have money, then I have abundance, I have prosperity. But it happens, the true happening of it is the other way around. If we have prosperity and abundance, money is a symptom. Money is just a side effect. If we have trust and faith, awareness, clarity is the side effect. So in the way that we move our energy forward in life, whether we're interacting with others, we're intending, our intentions set out typically have that cause and effect backwards in how we want to create and what we want to experience. So whatever it is that we're moving towards, if we're stuck and we want to feel inspired, it's not the thing or the job or the relationship that will inspire us. It's the feeling, allowing ourselves to be in that space, the sympathetic law of attraction, allowing ourselves to be in that space that creates the opportunity, that creates the relationship or the effect. So I hope that is a little bit of an eye-opener and helps us to kind of sit within our own awareness of our life and go, okay, am I experiencing this because, and conflict is another one. If we are in conflict inside, everything around us is going to manifest in conflict. We will continue to experience more and more conflict. So, and a lot of times that conflict is just the inability to accept resolution, basically accept and allow our past or what's happened, any sort of trauma, so that we can still allow ourselves to feel and connect to the feeling of abundance, of health and wellness. And then again, the side effect is like financial prosperity, opportunity, connection, love, romance, on and on and on. So the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because we are experiencing so many shifts right now. And then, of course, this week, as we do dive into this full moon, which is going to really bring up the emotions. And as the emotions surface, we're going to, the emotions allow us to know how we're related to something. So again, there's that word, relativity. But the emotions are not our identity unless we allow them to become our identity. So let the emotions be that tool, that sort of navigation that tell us how we're related to something without needing to become the emotion in order to know it. It's the difference between being in the world but not of the world. Now, did you hear what I just said? In the world but not of the world. But yet we're talking about relativity. Everything's related in this world. Nothing in this universe can be described as independent of its environment, period. So yes, we're in this world, but we're not of this world, meaning our true essence is not of this world. This place is not limited. We are just merely an extension of the universe experiencing itself here in this realm, on this plane. So yes, that's right, like Yeshua. When that's right, pure love, be the observer. When we stay in witness consciousness, we really allow ourselves to expand in view and expand in perspective, and to truly be able to witness without becoming. When we can witness, we remove the need to judge. When we judge, we subject ourselves to something. When we witness, we maintain objectivity. And that's the key to maintaining our own peace. Especially, again, as we go through these next few weeks, there's going to be a lot of intense change internally. Our internal dialogue is going to get really loud. It's going to ask us to reflect and process. And that might be an emotional journey for some of us. But as long as we can stay in that sort of witness perspective and maintain objectivity, we can see clearly. But when we begin to judge, we introduce the emotions, and that creates chaos and confusion. So I think it's important just to bring this up and talk about this, and then also talk about, the ways we're manifesting. The ability to know abundance and experience abundance perpetuates the ability to have it in your life. The ability to feel prosperous creates money. Money becomes the side effect, creates opportunity, creates relationship, the ability to accept love, receive love, right? Manifests relationship, manifests romantic partner. I could go on and on with examples, but I hope you understand what I'm saying here. And I just wanted to share this so that we can stay clear in our intentions on how we're lining things up in our mind. Because in our rational mind, most of the time we say, oh, well, when the money comes in, then I'll be prosperous or successful. But money is the symptom or the side effect of prosperity. And that goes with all things. When my health is better, then I will be able to XYZ. So again, that whole examples can go on and on and on. But I hope that this really brings you into the space of looking at how you're creating in your own life, what you're looking at, how you're looking at it, and what you're allowing yourself to believe and see for yourself as far as your own personal power to create. Oh, hi, Marcy. It's good to see you on here. Hi, Diana. Now, something else that I wanted to talk about quickly, and then I promise I'll get to your questions. this keeps coming up a lot. And I guess the way to keep it the easiest and simplest form is, and this is a tough one for us humans, you will cultivate inner strength, inner integrity, inner peace. The less you question life, the less you question yourself, the less you question, you practice acceptance with what is, so that you can flow rather than going against the grain. When we begin to need to understand everything, all of our energy sort of uproots. It kind of it goes up from our root chakra, from being grounded into the headspace, into the rational mind. And we lose sense of connectivity. I'm hearing my guide say we also create really heavy gravity doing that as well, meaning like we carry things too heavily. We make our life too hard for ourselves when we need to understand. So 99% of the time, the value doesn't come from understanding. Even if you understood what happened or why, the value and the movement, the soul growth, comes from acceptance. Because understanding is a form of resistance. The need to understand is a form of resistance. Once we accept, we start the first step of empowerment. So we have to be willing to look at, what have I not accepted in my past, in my current present, within myself, with others? What is it that I'm in resistance with? And that's truly what allows us to begin to step forward when we feel stuck. In order to empower, practice acceptance rather than digging for why. Why me? Why am I going through this? What is it for? The knowing, the understanding isn't so much where the growth comes from at all. The growth comes from acceptance, because understanding doesn't get you anywhere, but acceptance says, okay, I acknowledge, I accept, but I'm still willing to move forward. I still can intend and keep going. Needing to understand is basically recycling the past, even if it's just an hour ago, understanding something. So I hope that becomes sort of a catalyst for you in your life, whatever it is, the smallest things to the biggest things in life. Practicing acceptance with what is will bring you peace. Like for me personally, like I was telling you guys, I've been preparing for a move. I'm moving my home and I'm so excited. I'm finally going to have a place for a studio. And was supposed to actually originally be able to move August 1st. That didn't happen. And so then it got changed to September 1st. And there's still some things that are not lining up just yet. So now it's pushed back about another week and a half, but things are finalizing and looking good. So in that time, I know myself and how excited I get. I'm so ready to move. Literally everything's packed in my house. So I don't even have Tupperware to put away leftovers. So, but the old me would be anxious and frustrated and, just begging to move sooner. But the now me is just in complete acceptance with the perfect timeline. And I'm very grateful that the universe is giving me more time to clean and pack. And that's the way I stay empowered, by accepting and intending, continuing to set intentions so that I don't feel like I'm not creating my reality. I've created this, of course. So I look and I have this extra 2 weeks and I go, okay, well, why did I create this extra 2 weeks for myself in my reality? Well, I needed time to rest from travels. I needed time to continue to pack and clean. I had my daughter's birthday and back to school. So getting all of that packed in a week would have probably been torturous, I'm sure. So I'm really grateful that I created this extra 2 weeks for myself, and it's working out the way that it is. So practice acceptance. You will see the way acceptance connects you to the world around you, much deeper, more intimate connection. And again, that's where you begin the conversation with the universe. because of your relativity. When you can relate, when you can open up in a transparent sort of form and mindset, you can connect much more and much deeper to the universe around you, having a conversation with the universe through your intentions, your actions, and allowing that sense of relativity and connectedness to work for you. That is the true form of currency. I'm going to say that again. My guide said to say that again. So connecting, sharing, and receiving is the truest form of currency. So because, of course, if you can receive, you can share. And that's really the only currency that there is. So receiving love, sharing love, receiving joy to share joy, on and on. Begin to, and if you, this is just a little tip from my guides, if you feel like something is hard to manifest, let's use money, because everybody always wants to manifest money. So that's the go-to example for the night, I guess. If you want to manifest money, practice sharing it. When you go, oh gosh, money's tight, I can't share money right now, I can't share money. Practice sharing it and see what happens. Because when you are sharing, you're opening up to receive. It's not that we just receive because we're open to receiving, and that's how we manifest. But when we share, we're saying we have enough to share. So that's where you create the magnetic pull back to yourself energetically and truly manifest in that way. In that sort of, I don't know what you call this. It's just the way the energy oscillates, I guess. I don't know how to put it into words, but practice sharing. If you want to, again, manifest money, share money. If you want to manifest friends and connection, community, share yourself in that sense. Be open and communicable. If you want to manifest good health, go to yoga, do those things. And that's the pullback, right? So I hope that makes sense. And I hope that explains a little bit, on how everything's related. I could go much, much deeper, but I try to keep these videos short so that those that don't watch it live aren't terribly bored after 30 minutes. But I do hope that, this kind of opens our hearts a little bit, opens our minds in the sense of allowing us to look at how we're connecting to the world around us, because again, everything's related and it's responding to us directly. So that's that. I'll probably talk about that topic again because we could get a little bit deeper on that one and really look at the quantum mechanics of how we share and how we attract. So on to your questions. What are your questions? What questions do you guys have? Whether it's about your spiritual growth, your intuitive awareness or experiences, or connecting with loved ones, even certain topics that I could channel about. I'm here. I'm all yours for a little bit tonight, so let me know. In the meantime, I do want to mention I had a pretty light load this week because I thought I was going to be moving. So after we hang up, I will be going on to open private sessions because I have lots of time this week. I planned on moving, so I gave myself a lot of time off. And since I won't be moving this week, I'll be able to take your questions through private sessions. So let me know. In the meantime, Alyssa, hey girl, it's good to see you on here. Everybody say hi to Alyssa and show her some love. Alyssa just did an amazing Cacao ceremony today. So proud of her and cannot wait to hear all about it. Absolutely amazing. I would try Cacao. I'm not sure I would try ayahuasca. The body purge has never really been a call of mine, but you never know. Things shift and change all the time, as we know. Hi, Tiffany. It's good to see you. All right. This is Barbara. Kim, could you please send me a short message on what my higher self would like to share with me? Okay, Barbara. I like the way she worded that. what her higher self would like to share with her, because of course that's what we're talking about. Sharing, let's see here. Sharing creates receiving. Sharing is, the magnetic pull. Okay, Barbara. Interesting. Okay, Barbara. So what I'm seeing as I kind of just like dive into your reality a little bit, I'm seeing that there's a sense of isolation going on, or feeling alone, like alone or lonely. So I'm not sure what exactly you're feeling isolated in or like alone in, but, and this is again for you, Barbara. The guidance is also to remind you that you don't have to isolate in order to feel like yourself, or to know yourself, or to connect. I think I'm hitting home more on the feeling here. So Barbara, if you're not feeling great, isolating isn't going to make you feel better right now. So it's kind of the feeling, when I say isolating, I mean like the feeling like you have to, just kind of like keep people away, or, tuck away in your bedroom for a while. They're saying like isolating or feeling alone or lonely, either in your perspective or just your daily life, isn't going to move and sort of transcend itself by continuing that sense of withdrawal, but rather the more you intend and choose to embrace, you alchemize the resistance that makes you want to isolate. So it's your own like synthesis, your own process of synthesis. So Barbara, I hope you're still with us. I hope you're hearing this, but it's important that you open up, and the things that make you feel small or feel alone, those are the things to run to first and embrace, so that you synthesize that resistance in your field and you keep your field as expanded as possible. So I hope that helps, Barbara. No LB with the big white X said, how much did that big, beautiful crystal cost? Well, since I'm not attached to money, I'll tell you. This one right here is quite massive. I can't quite push it over. It's 300 pounds. All the way down to the floor. And it's $500. Pretty proud of that. $500. I asked my mom, I was like, oh my gosh, because just the week before I was in Sedona, this was a couple years ago, I said, oh my gosh, I was telling my mom in Sedona, I said, I'm going to have an amethyst cathedral one day. And like the following week, we were in Columbus, Ohio, shopping, and I turned the corner and I saw it, and I was like, oh my God, $500. Mom, what should I do? And you know what her response was? She said, I can talk you into buying it or out of buying it. Which one do you want? So I just bought this one a couple weeks ago. This one was 300 pounds, $500. This one's about 45, 50 pounds for $300. So you can see how not great priced these things are. It just depends on the owner and like where they come from and if they know what they have. Because of the weight, it could easily sell for like $8,000. But of course, I'm never going to sell it. She's my baby. I would never, ever get rid of either one of them. Just to, create a heavier load when I move in a couple of weeks. The funny thing is it's going in my studio, which is in the attic. So it has to go up a couple flights of stairs. So bring on the muscles. Anyway, so there you have it. That's how much the crystals cost. You just got to kind of stumble upon a good bargain, I guess. So there you have it. No LB. All right, let's see. Back to the questions. Can you guys hear my daughter having a conversation with a cat? All right. Let's see. I'm going to scroll back up. Bear with me, guys. I'm scrolling back up. There's quite a few questions when you guys first jumped on. Laura, I'm not sure I understand your question. It sounds like you're wondering how to manifest love. Is that right, Laura? Fahey? How do you manifest love? Well, I think that's what you're asking. What I'm hearing from Spirit at the moment is you don't necessarily manifest love, especially like in the sense of a partner, a relationship, but you let yourself experience it by being it yourself, like feeling love within yourself, loving yourself. And then a symptom or side effect is a partner that is also willing to love. And then as you really glow in that own self-love, you'll experience yourself attracting more and more of that. So it's not like it's this thing outside of you that you feel like you have to create and manifest, but rather because you can experience it, you can experience the whole reality of what that is. Same thing with prosperity or abundance. You experience abundance, and then prosperity is a side effect. So because abundance is not really something you have, you allow yourself to experience it. You then see the effects of it. And that can happen in so many ways, of course. But manifesting love like a partner starts with gratitude, loving yourself. I know you've heard it a million times over, and it sounds probably annoying and cheesy. And it's like, yeah, but how do I do that? How do I get there? So it's filling yourself up and knowing that you are love, period. And because of that, you can experience whatever extension of that love you want to experience, whether that love is abundance, gratitude, prosperity, a partner, on and on and on. So a lover, a partner, basically is just a symptom or side effect of loving yourself, allowing yourself. That's how you manifest. I hope that makes sense. I'm trying to explain it as best I can. But when you start with here, and then share, that's when you allow yourself to receive. And that's when you manifest. So I hope that helps. Let's see. Yes, Jeff, giving does feel good to the heart. Okay, so this is Kathy. Kim, any chance you might have an online store for crystals, jewelry, and meditation CDs in the future? Yes, Kathy, absolutely. We're actually working towards that, having my own sort of online store. And it's not going to be just an online shop where it's just general crystals you can buy. It's going to be a select bunch of items that I use in my personal life, in my daily life, items that I truly find enriching. And that's what you'll find on the shop. So I'm hoping in 2021, we can launch that as well as many other things. I cannot wait. The plan was to do some of that this year. There's some things that I want to create and get out there and share with you guys, but COVID, just kind of screwed everybody's year up. Okay, let's see here. Trying to heighten my intuition, but feeling blocked. How can I develop more clearly? So this is for Chrissy Rose. She says, trying to heighten my intuition, but feeling blocked. How can I develop more clearly? Okay, so if it's a clarity issue, there's a couple things that you can do. It's allowing yourself to step into awareness. And you do that by trust. When you begin to trust yourself, you open up awareness more and more and more. That trust is kind of what allows you to step forward. The trust is what clears the chaos. So I don't want you to think, this is Chrissy Rose again, I don't want you to think that you're blocked. You're not blocked, but you're resisting something. So whether you're resisting your current experience, you're not liking your experience because it's not clear enough, not whatever enough, that's when we begin to have the experience like we're blocked, but we're not actually blocked. We're just experiencing our own resistance. So if you want to sharpen your clarity with your intuition, first source it, meaning figure out where you connect best. Is it feeling? Is it sight? Is it clairaudience? And then from there, practice sharpening your focus. Mini girl wants to say hi. Say hello. Practice sharpening your focus. And you can do that by receiving messages through clairaudience, receiving images through clairvoyance, receiving information through claircognizance, or feeling through clairsentience. So Where do you find yourself pulling in information the most? Put your focus there and practice receiving. It can be a tough one because most of us want to go into trying to experience. We try to create, but that's not the same as how intuition works. Intuition is completely the act of receiving, complete surrender. So it can be tough to get into that state and get out of our own way. Let's see. Heightening your intuitive awareness, Chrissy, also has a lot to do with you'll get so deep into self-trust. Oh, the cat found her toy. You will get so deep into your self-trust that trusting yourself actually isn't even a question anymore. It's not even on the table. You will move forward with such power and such grace without self-doubt. That becomes extremely magnetic intuitively. So you will become like a force. You already are a force, but that will increase in magnetism as far as what you're aware of. So practice trusting yourself. Trust what you feel, see, sense, hear, smell, taste. And you'll be amazed at where and how you can pull in information. I hope that helps you. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to scroll down a little bit. I would love a message about my intuitive awareness and growth. Interesting. So this is Cassie Hoover, or Cassie or Casey Hoover, I'm not sure. But she says she'd love a message about her intuitive awareness and growth. Casey, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. What I'm seeing is, my God, my cat sounds like a daggone horse running through the house. Sorry. Your second chakra, your sacral chakra, and connecting to like your creative outlet. So what do you do to get creative and get in the flow creatively? Explore that further, like push that even further than what you already are. And because that takes you out of the mind. So that's what's really important right now. It takes you out of the mind to where you go back into the heart, and that opens up intuitive awareness. So Casey or Cassie Hoover, that helps you. Everything. Have you guys been experiencing weird technical things this week? Like, are your phones and computers acting weird, or is it just me? Things have been so weird lately. Things just not working or doing funny things. But I hope that helps you, Casey, in your intuitive awareness and growth. Let's see. Pure love ascension. Great question. I love the way you worded that. Does my most favorite teacher have a message for me? Absolutely. Let me listen. This is for pure love and ascension. A message. Yeah, actually, I'm seeing, again, this is for pure love ascension. Follow your intuition or your gut as far as, no pun intended, follow your gut, but follow your gut in the sense of changing your diet or changing what you're eating. Spirit is showing you really changing your diet to feel like lighter, not so heavy, and way more hydration. I'm going to kill my cat. The bell, I just can't. But pure love ascension, change your diet. Follow, if there's things you've been thinking about cutting out of your diet or adding to your diet as far as nutrition, no pun intended, follow your gut. Follow what you've been thinking about doing or feeling like you should do, because Spirit is saying, like, make the change. I have no idea what that means to you. I hope it makes sense. But Spirit's saying, make the change, and also really bring in as much hydration as possible. Oh, what time is it? 9:20. Okay, trying to keep you guys on time here. I don't want to keep you too long. Nicole Johnson, will my husband and I get our mojo back? first you have to decide if you want it back. It's a tough one. Questions like this are tough. Spirit won't tell you just yes or no. They will ask you to be present to your heart. What does your heart want? Does your heart want your mojo back? Does your heart want that connection back? Or do you feel like that karma is complete? Do you feel like that circle is whole and complete? So that's up to you to decide. And sometimes our heart has our truth, but we're not willing to honor it yet. For whatever reason, sometimes it takes bravery and courage. But Nicole, you have to decide if you want it back first. That's up to you. Nobody can decide that but you. So Spirit's saying like to get emotionally honest with yourself and your husband and voice how you feel. Like talk about it, share. Get creative as well in how you communicate. Hi, Jenny. Good to see you. Let's see. This is Hippie Love. Would love a message from Erik on what to focus my intention on at this time. Ooh, I heard right away. This is for Hippie Love from Erik. Right away, I heard self. Revelation, but I think he means revolution, like a change, like self-revolution, like a change. He says you're going to the flip side. I don't know what that means to you, Hippie Love, but I hear you're going to the flip side. So I think that if I were to translate that, what that means is you're diving into your spirituality, your spiritual awareness. Just, remember that doesn't mean that you have to neglect your humanity, your personality, your emotions to be spiritual, and to know what spirituality is for you. So undergoing a personal revolution and complete change can be tough because everything around you changes. You're in a whole new vibrational awareness. So literally everything around you has to change because the way it's related to you. So set your intentions on basically what you want. What do you want out of this personal growth? What do you want out of this change that you're triggering, employing, and basically activating in your life? Okay, good. Pure Love Ascension says it makes sense. Good, good. Let's see. Take care before others. Okay. So many questions, and all of them have the same energy. Quite interesting. Thank you, Dakota. Thank you. I appreciate your love and support. Okay. Oh, gosh. I want to read some of these questions because they're all kind of like the same energy. How am I doing in my progress? Does Spirit have messages for me? And today was a tough day. A message from my higher self. Okay. Okay. Jory Miller. Jory. I love your name, Jory. That's like so fun to say. Jory. Okay, Jory, how am I doing in my progress? So long as your best is good enough for you, you're right where you're supposed to be. That's what matters. It's not about hitting milestones. It's not about achieving a certain amount of wisdom, because good news, there's nothing to achieve in this life. There's nothing to gain. I know you're probably going, wait, what? Aren't I supposed to achieve self-love and all of these things? No, you already have those things. I guess if there's anything we're here to master, it's to stop resisting and just allow that grace to resurface. So there's nothing to gain. There's nothing to achieve. So Jory, you're right where you're supposed to be. And when we let go of that feeling of, I have to achieve, there's no milestones that you should be getting that you're missing. When you go into fulfillment in the sense of whatever you've done and knowing that that's your best and allowing that to be enough, which it always is, then there's no sense of could've, would've, should've. That the false awareness that is becomes clear. I hope that makes sense. Sometimes it's so hard to put this energy into words. Sometimes I feel like I could explain it easier by making up my own words. Let's see. Okay. Barbara, I see your question about starseed. I answered your other question earlier, so hope you were on. Interesting. Cool. Dakota said he did. Dakota is like I feel like a name that could be guy or girl. So I'm not sure if you're guy or girl. Amazing name, but I don't mean to offend you if I have the wrong gender, but I'm seeing that Dakota says, Cambo is amazing. Did mine on 8/8 portal. Highly recommend Cambo. Good to know. 8/8. Very cool. All right. Really quickly, I want to get back to your questions, but I want to give you guys a quick update about Sedona. For those of you that aren't aware, or maybe are, we are doing a retreat in Sedona, a 3-day retreat, Thursday evening, all day, Friday, and Saturday. And then we have Sunday morning together and then take off. In Sedona, this land is so special to me. It is so near and dear and close to my heart for so many reasons. It triggered my awakening years ago. I feel most connected to my ancestors when I'm there. I hear so much more when I'm there. It's just a phenomenal place. So that's why we go back every year and host a retreat there to allow you to experience the land yourself. And then it's a great place for us to facilitate our workshops, our guided meditations. This year, we're going to do a cacao ceremony. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that. And then right after we do the cacao ceremony, we're going to go into ecstatic dance. So if you don't know what ecstatic dance is, it's a dance session where we're going to have live music being played and wear whatever you want. Come as you are, no judgment, or wear whatever you don't want. So this is the place to come and express yourself and wear whatever you do or don't want to wear. But the one thing with the ecstatic dance that we're going to host is no talking. You express by body language, body movement, even how you dress yourself, how you share your body with others in the space of the dance. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be at nighttime, don't worry, so very low lit. So really, really looking forward to this. The retreat's the 22nd through the 25th, and the 23rd, Friday, is the cacao ceremony and ecstatic dance. And I want to see what happens when we create a safe space for all of us to freely express ourselves however we want. Again, wear whatever you want. If you have this crazy, cool, wacky outfit that you've been dying to wear and you have nothing to wear it to, bring it. If you have really found connection through the journey of movement, this is a place for you to express through your body and use your body to connect to people, to communicate. Because again, through this ecstatic dance session, we'll be dancing for all night probably. There's no talking whatsoever, no communication. So keep that in mind. It should be an amazing time. We're going to take you out on the land as we always do. We're going to have musicians, didgeridoo players there, and do a lot of amazing things, drumming circle. So we would love to see you. We do still have space available. If you'd like to join us for the retreat, please let me know. I will be working on all of that this week. It's going to be such a fantastic time. So whatever questions you have, please reach out to me. Let me know what your questions are, and I will be sure to answer them for you. Okay, Laura says better wear masks. Some might talk by accident. No mask wearing. No mask wearing here. You won't see that in Sedona. We might talk by accident, and of course, it's not like anybody's going to get in trouble, but we're really going to move through our silence and experience our silence and dance through it, and it's going to be amazing. So I invite you in for that as well. So how much is the retreat? Good question, Barbara. It is this year based on the 3 days, all the musicians that we're bringing in, the live production that we're doing. It is $900 a person, and that does not include accommodations. It was going to include accommodations at a different ticket price, but because of COVID, we can no longer offer communal lodging. It's been quite a bummer. It's really thrown a wrench into the planning of the retreat, but we've been able to recover pretty well and find a new venue space, new land, to host you guys, to connect, to have community in a private place that still feels like our own, have amazing access to the land, as well as the musicians being able to come in and play live music for us, live chanting through sound baths, guided meditations. We're going to do a dream journey. So we are actually going to play live music to take you through different brain waves and facilitate a dream experience. So that one should be really interesting as well. And hopefully, if we still have space for it, Mandy, a good friend of mine, is an artist. She's going to take us through some soul work by painting. She's going to do a painting workshop. Supplies provided. So again, it's $900 a person, and that does include our meal together on Friday night before the Ecstatic Dance, the Cacao Ceremony. It includes all of that. So I hope you'll join us. It's going to be fantastic. I cannot wait. And the relationships that take place, that happen every year, are lifelong, long-lasting, and it's incredible to witness. So really, really excited. That's okay, Laura. If you were just kidding, that's okay. I have no problem talking about my retreat, how much it costs, what we're doing. I'm so in love with what we're doing, what we're sharing, and so excited about this year's itinerary, because most of what we're doing, we've never done before in this space of the retreat. We've done it before, but not in the retreat. So we are like, well, these are the things that we love. Why not do it in the retreat? One more thing I should mention, in the retreat, if you have gifts that you want to share, whether it's palm reading, in Reiki sharing, if you do Reiki and you'd like to share that, maybe you are a medium and you do intuitive sessions as well, and you want to start to get the word out there and find a community to create to. We're going to hold time and space for that as well in the retreat, to have a couple of hours for our own little sort of psychic fair inside of the retreat space. So, and again, maybe you make amazing jewelry, whatever your gift is, if you want to share it and you want a tribe and a community to connect to do that, we're going to give you space for that as well at the retreat. We recognize that a lot of people that come to our retreat have gifts and beautiful abilities that they want to share. So we're going to hold space for that this year. So that should be really cool. So join us if you have something you want to share. I know I will be taking up on everybody's, whatever you want to share. I'll be signing myself up. I'll be buying all those services. All right, let's see here. Last questions. Thank you, Chrissy. Thank you. Laura, you should come. We'd love to have you. We would love to have you. All right, scrolling back up. Let's see your questions here. Awesome. Yep. Diana came in Sedona in 2018. Loved it. It's going to be a great time, you guys. 1 minute. In the middle of tumultuous relationship, and I was wondering if I'm supposed to let it crumble. I also just graduated massage therapy school. Okay, so this is Dakota. Dakota Sear. I'm in the middle of tumultuous relationship and was wondering if I should let it crumble or continue fighting. Dakota, the answer to that question is to go inward and resolve inner conflict. If you are in a relationship that does more harm than good, if you're in a relationship that feels tumultuous, ask yourself, do you love yourself? What do you have space for? Because when you choose to love yourself first and that becomes priority, all other things that are not that same vibration will fall away, whether you want them to or not. So honor yourself first. Love yourself. Allow yourself to feel good, to be happy, to know that your inherent nature is abundance. And as you do that, anything that is not that vibration will naturally fall away. And sometimes the closest relationships are the ones that fall away. But as you honor your highest and serve your highest self first, that's when your whole reality begins to show up for you in that way as well. People, when you show up in a great way for yourself, people will show up great for you too. If you show up sort of half-assed for yourself, people will show up half-assed for you. Sorry for the lack of better words, but just to get the point across, I hope that makes sense to you. So Dakota, I would encourage you to ask yourself if you feel at peace, if you feel happy, if you know joy, if you allow yourself to experience it. If the answer is no, make it happen. Do what you need to allow that, accept that. And you will see patterns in your daily lifestyle change and shift. And sometimes that even means relationships. But that's a choice for you to make. Spirit's not going to tell you what to do because that crosses your free will. You have to listen to your heart and how it's feeling in order to move forward. So sometimes we hear our heart, but we're not willing to honor what it says. That's the hard part for sure. So I hope that helps you. Okay, guys, I know that we are at an hour already. I want to take a moment to thank you all for being here. I'm going to prepare to sign off. I have an early morning ahead of me. But I thank you guys so much for being here and sharing Sunday evening with me. I will be right here next Sunday evening just as well, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And we have so much to talk about. I have so many questions to answer from you guys and topic suggestions. Thank you so much for submitting what you did. There's so much to look at, so much to share and talk about. So I will be going through those, working through those this week. I was intending to put videos up last week, but because I've been packing and sort of in this weird limbo of this move that's taking a month instead of 2 days, things are just lagging a little bit, and Mars retrogrades soon, so things might lag a little bit more. But I promise you this week I will be getting some videos up for you, literally just raw videos answering your questions that you guys submitted. Thank you so much for being a part of this community and for sharing with each other as well. I wish you all a really wonderful week ahead. Mondays are great because it's a brand new, clean window of opportunity to create, to start fresh, to allow yourself to be made new each and every day. Allow yourself to receive inspiration and to be inspired and moved by the small things. And with that being said, a piece of guidance that my guides have been saying a lot often lately is feel nothing small, feel everything big, so that you feel full of passion all the time. So I'm going to sign off with that, you guys. I'm going to go get lots of water because I'm thirsty and then hit the sack. Good night, guys. In the meantime, until next Sunday, please take good care of yourselves and take care of each other. Good night, guys.